like let's say you're trying to be a hybrid, right? You go magic first.
Yeah.
So if you play the Lina Mina, you go magic build.
Having this kind of thought that Execration kind of overperformed in the league, as Shanks may drop here for first blood, and he'll be okay. Or will he? Actually, a couple more auto attacks. Akashi might have a butt. First blood first. Tino actually is going to get that bounty bonus off that soul assumption. Nice turn.
Injection of gold onto the Visage, rushing your initial Basilius, getting a few of your items up. You don't get the solo EXP, and you do still find a kill elsewhere here for
league qualifiers.
Yeah, he's especially on Mac. Rune control is going to be the key part of that mid. Whether or not you've got the supports to come out is another question. Oh my god,
another kill back down bottom.
Really rough for lane for Carlo to, feel comfy. Up top, they are getting aggressive again on Shanks.
That big a deal, as you're saying, because you've got really great vision and a lot of initiation to back them up. Tino top lane though, 2 stacks there. Akashi looking for the 4th and final, and does not quite get it. And CML, is going to be able to get the return kill at the very least. That Hellbear Smasher doing work and picking up the 2nd kill now is bottom. Bach, hit level 6. They're going to go immediately on to Palos now. They have the kill very easily there. No rotations in response. Instead, mid lane, Bob will go mid. CML, though, did give himself that Frost Shield level 1, buying a bit of extra time, but that DD rune, it's just a matter of seconds before Bob has a 2nd kill, maybe a 3rd here. Mac, the stun is avoided, and 2 there for Bob. They will once again lose Carlo down bottom, so
momentum carrier for the team come early mid-game to the mid-game.
Bob, just getting away. Telekinesis, 5 seconds left on that cooldown. Bob out of mana, running for his life. Akashi, though, is going to be assisted there by CML Sinister Gaze. And
again, he's not too far behind in comparison to Akashi.
Okay, heavy commitment there, but Bob is going to zip across the entire Wukong's command. It enables him to get the kill. No, Akashi couldn't leap out of the trees in time. Now there's a Centaur Conqueror making his way over here. With the Vortex, they have enough control, and even through the Frost Shield, the kill.
Jumping in and out. And they just tie into that so well. Like the Visage is ready to do damage. You're trying here.
But have they overcommitted now? They're looking for this kill onto Tino. Lots of magic damage here. Only a matter of seconds. Down he goes. Centaur Conqueror as well, stomping.
And that's really the one thing that could get worrisome. That you are still within a stone's throw with Palos here.
Yeah, they're going to go bottom. Good mana here for Bob to secure. There's no arrow for a couple more seconds, so they just have to do it the old-fashioned way with damage. Bob needing to find this kill, got pushed back by the roar, and Bach's not going to be able to pick up the kill there. Tower, though, still fair. Staying alive for now, as Tino is going to be the target. Mac hitting him with plenty of damage now. Nice stun, but shouldn't save the life of Tino, and he's not going to be able to do much else through the Moonlight Shadow. They still might be able to get a good jump here. Bach is the target initially into the arrow level 1. That's a Max Starstorm, lots of damage. They have the kill. Oh no, they threw the Chain Frost. Not a single bounce there. Bob gets the zip out in time. Needs to sip on the bottle though, and now with the Urn Charges has more than enough HP to make it to safety.
Just enjoy, getting as durable as possible to stack up off of Soul Assumptions in more of these engagements.
Bob, speaking of engagements, going right in for Bach. Easy kill onto him. No chance for the Roar, which means no.
I mean, they're day hunters, right?
That's true.
Are they? I mean, some of them hunt at night, but those are more like owls.
It's true. That's a good catch, though. They're throwing everything they can at Palos, and the Chain Frost is going to be able to pick up the kill.
And Bob is kind of set. He has a DD if he finds an angle here.
Tino's TPing in. Arrow's going to sail through. Misses everyone. Mac with a full Bloodstone here. Nerfed, but still doing some good work now as Mac's in deep. Stunned once, stunned twice, but still full HP. The Roar is onto Bob, who still zips away. A 2nd zip sees him to safety. Tier 1 Tower, of course, has no mobility, so that will eventually fall. Polaris now on their way out. Will they get caught by anything here? Tino has now the...
On Tino, you just don't feel safe here.
Deleted Shanks, who is really unstoppable. Execration, though, are smoking up. They're going to make a play. Roar onto Tino, but they are finding the Stoneforms now onto Bach. Full Vessel on a big ol' zip from Bob. That's a kill. And
if your early game goes a bit rough, your Ench will always have out.
Sneaky move. As they go onto Palos. Now Mac joining from the side, but he's actually caught now by the smoke gank of Execration. Arrow coming down on him. They might actually have this kill on a Mac. Big zip in from Bob, and the Bloodstone heal's not enough. Tino is falling rather quickly, though, and they're actually onto Akashi. Did he get off the BKB, John? Has Jingu Mastery, gets the BKB off, cannot jump away. Bob, with the physical damage, has 2 kills as the team fight falls apart for Polaris. They tried to set up there onto Palos, and instead just stopped.
It has lined up for the push, but for these fights, falling a bit flat. Akashi's not safe here.
Oh, he is, and especially with some amount of Execration heroes in his mix now. Akashi, there is support coming. Boomy actually stole Ball Lightning, and unfortunately, still has enough mana and enough reach. They did actually give him, though, that chain, the Frost armor. Good Chain Frost bouncing around, but it's just being tanked now by that Pipe of Insight aura. Palos finds his man, just needs to see him. Glimmer Cape wearing up. CML running. Arrow chasing after him is gonna miss. CML is dead still all the same. Frost Shield or not. 3, now 4 of those TPs, so they know exactly what to expect. They're operating here with phenomenal information.
Mac?
No enchant here to dispel anything, but the jump in from Palos here. Remember, he doesn't have the Aegis, the Roar, everything thrown onto him. Still fighting to do, still has BKB, now gets it off, has the Haste Rune, is going to just be able to run outside of the Wukong's command. Tino, in his stone form, thanks to the recently purchased Ag Shard, is also going to stay alive as Bob jumps on in. Remember, he still has his Aegis for 2 minutes, but that's already 2 dead on the side of Polaris.
You're extra durable with Tino kind of coughing through. It's hard to lock in Bob unless Chain Stun them.
All right, I mean, remember, there's an Aegis, and the arrow caught Bach. He had his bodyguards around him, but didn't micro them in time, and the rest of Execration coming through in spades. There's no chance for Polaris to save their lad. To be acting as smoke breakers. It's the ward placed down. They get vision onto 1 at the very least. Tino leaving the dough for dead. Now they can buy back and go to this outpost. It is under the control of Execration, but without an Aegis, they seem a little bit haphazard here. Oh, just kidding. In they go. There's the buyback like we were talking about. Mac has no BKB quite yet, but has plenty of teammates to back him up. As in goes Palos, immediately roared after the BKB is active. Akashi as well, showing up to fight. As in goes Bob now, trying to burst through the supports. Does find one. That's his godlike streak. But most importantly, Execration have managed to just get outside of the Wukong's command. No Wukongs, no BKB. In goes Palos, trying to nuke through Bob. They get the telekinesis onto the Storm Spirit, but it doesn't change a darn thing. 3 heroes dead. They've bought back here as well for CML, but the fights just look so impossible. Big jump. They're actually trying to kill both supports at the same time. Arrow's going to split the gap. Boom is still dead. Bob's 12th kill this game. Yeah, I mean, just outside of, I mean, you can still cast this Hurricane Pike like it's a Force Staff, right? Save one of your allies. You're fairly durable yourself, as doesn't.
He's a bit of a... He's an interesting guy. You know, every time Force was on for blow, they missed.
This could be nice if they can kill Tino, but actually the Bongo Boots get him out in time, and now Bob's going back in, forcing a couple of BKBs. He's still fighting. Feared, roared, everything. They need a save from, but there's just no damage, and he's down to the low ground. Akashi dying through the BKB, turns into a tree before he's killed off, and Polaris have been routed. Back into the fountain they go. If Bob catches a whiff, he's going diving here again, I'm sure.
I mean, that was just sick. The follow-through from Execration again. They see Bob go in, Palos is ready to follow up, he gets that rebound stun, and they just clean up. Like, you got the roar off of Bob, sure, but your output is just not bursty enough, and the follow-through was there from Execration. Palos again, and his decision-making in these fights is huge. They can. You don't have a buyback on...
That might be over, Jonathan.
They don't have buybacks, and they just don't have a presence here.
Oh, the arrow's at least going to be avoided, but Bach falling. That might be the last nail in the coffin here. No buyback on him either. Tier 4 is crumbling as the voice lines, they're all coming out.
Yeah, it's coming out. And Polaris, they had a pretty decent early game, right? Only the mid lane where Bob did manage to eke a lead over Mac.
Bob, just another casual juke there. Doesn't care about your BKB.
Absolutely no cares. Doesn't care for not having mana either.
Nope, doesn't need mana. GG will be forced out. Execration, they're proving it wasn't a fluke that they finished on top last season. They are going to take game number 1.
I am actually pleasantly surprised. I think losing March felt like probably one of the bigger losses any team has taken here in the DPC for SEA.
Especially after their performance at the major.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't make it to the to the playoffs, but they got a lot of draws, which for me was already a big win for